During this course, we'll go over the 5 different types of assessment tools. One for assessing self-reflection, interaction, and building better relationships. The second one helps determine the ability to influence others and relating to others' emotions. The third, increasing engagement, improved performance, and self-awareness. Fourth, one that identifies different styles people use to express themselves and also helps develop an awareness of how our own style may be perceived by others. And lastly, one that focuses on career exploration and career achievement. The first assessment is the Leadership Emotional Intelligence Assessment, or the LEQ 360. It is the primary determinant of a leader's ability to effectively influence others. The LEQ 360 involves recognizing one's own emotions in a wide variety of interpersonal circumstances, responding to these emotions in ways that vitalize one's leadership, understanding, and relating to the emotions of others, and being a positive, energizing force within the organization. The LEQ reports on how you and others view your proficiency in the following 4 dimensions: personal awareness, self-mastery, leadership connections, and influencing others. This assessment provides anonymous, confidential feedback in creating a personal development plan to increase leadership intelligence. The observers participating in this feedback could be and are your manager, direct reports, co-workers, family members, or even others. The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI, is probably the most common and most recognizable of all the assessments. This assessment has helped millions of people worldwide gain insights about themselves and how they interact with others, and improve on how they communicate, learn, and work. The MBTI provides a framework for building better relationships, driving positive change, harnessing innovation, and achieving excellence. The assessment makes Carl Jung's theory of psychological type both understandable and highly practical by helping individuals identify their preference in 4 areas. These 4 areas are where the employee or the candidate wants to focus their attention. That is either an extrovert or an introvert, E or I. The second is how they take in the information. They either do it by sensing or intuition, S or N. It also analyzes the way they make decisions based on that information, thinking or feeling, T or F. And lastly, how they deal with the world. They either judge it or they perceive it, J or P. From these 4 areas, the MBTI assessment generates 16 different personality types, each with its own characteristics and strengths. The MBTI identifies an individual's 4-letter personality type made up of 4 basic preferences and provides a common language for how we interact with the world and each other. The insights gained provide a framework for tackling a broad range of issues that can be applied in both professional and personal situations. The MBTI assessment is ideal for a wide range of applications including team development, leadership development, conflict management, stress management, and career transition and planning. Strengthfinder 2.0 is another incredible online assessment tool that measures a person's natural talents within 34 themes. Then identifies the top 5 most dominant themes or areas of strengths for that individual. By focusing on the strengths, it can lead to increased engagement and improved performance. It also allows the person to identify and understand his or her own unique combination of talents to maximize personal effectiveness and performance. Also, it addresses strategies and challenges associated with developing in their roles, as well as understanding the unique dynamics of the group's collective talents, projects, or team culture. Strengthfinders also shows that each theme can have its balcony and its basement moments. While it could be one of the strengths, it can also be perceived as a challenge. For example, command is a popular strength among military veterans. On the one hand, they can be perceived as decisive, one who takes charge and takes initiative, but on the other hand, sometimes they can be perceived as being bossy, impatient, or insensitive to others' opinions or ideas. But by revealing the ways in which each person most naturally thinks, feels, and behaves, StrengthsFinder helps individuals discover and build upon the areas in which they have the most potential to develop and succeed. They are able to learn new ideas and techniques to understand and leverage the strengths and talents of others. The Discommunication Style examines the different styles people use to express themselves and helps develop an awareness of how our style may be received by others. It could be a standalone code or a combination of two styles: dominance, influence, steadiness, and conscientiousness. DISC. As an example, in the upper right corner, we see a black dot right in the middle between the steadiness and the influence quadrants, S and I. We would call that style a moderate SI. Their focus is on collaboration, support, but with enthusiasm. The opposite of that would be someone in the CD quadrant. They would focus more on challenges, accuracy, and results. So knowing your own personal style and that of others allows people to adjust their personal style in work interactions. An SI would learn how to work with a CD, or a D can identify how to best support somebody from the S quadrant. By flexing personal styles to meet the needs of the situation, teams and as well as individuals can work towards a common goal. Our last assessment is a StrongInterest Inventory. It was actually developed after World War I by Edward Kellogg Strong Jr. to help military veterans find suitable jobs. There have been several revisions. The 2004 version is based on the Holland Code's typology of psychologist John L. Holland. It pulls your top 3 career cluster interests, the REASIC wheel, which stands for realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. And what the Holland codes do, it maps out broad interest patterns to describe work activities, potential competencies, self-concept and values, and work environment and hobbies. The assessment empowers participants to discover their true interests so they can expand and explore various career options. It also gives insight to a person's interests so that they may have less difficulty in deciding appropriate career choices. The assessment also helps identify and pursue a career path that aligns with their interests and personality. Within the different themes, or the REASIC code, there are different interests, work activities, potential skills, and values for each one of them. Are realistic, they are the doers. They are very hands-on and outdoor or mechanically oriented. Artistic types are creators. Their interests are in self-expression, art appreciation, communication, and culture. But they also thrive in composing music, performing, writing, and creating visual arts. Their potential skills are creative, musical ability, and artistic profession. Investigative, they're the thinkers. They're more into research, science, medicine, math, performing lab work, being independent, and constantly learning. Socials, they're the helpers. They're interested in people, teamwork, helping the community, and service. Some of the examples are teachers, counselors, and trainers, and their focus is on the values of cooperation, generosity, and service to others. The last theme is conventional. They're the organizers. Their interests are in organization, data management, accounting, investing, and information systems. They like setting up procedures, systems, and processes. They're very organized. They do well in keeping records and developing applications. Their values focus on accuracy, stability, and efficiency. Enterprising are persuaders. They're business-oriented leaders, entrepreneurs. They are focused on selling, managing, persuading, and marketing to others. And their values focus on risk-taking, status, competition, and influence. So an example of a 3-letter code is SEC, social, enterprising, conventional. In this area, their top 5 interest areas could be management, athletics, human resources and training, law, finance, and investing. But they wouldn't know that unless they took this assessment to help determine what their true strengths, values, and interests are in order to come up with this unique combination. The StrongInterest Inventory meets 2 key needs. It addresses career advancement and focused career exploration. For career advancement, it helps heighten self-awareness and a deeper understanding of individual strengths and blind spots. For focused career exploration, it teaches participants how to apply their interests in exploring new career options. These are two areas in which military veterans, as they transition out, really need to understand, and it helps answer the basic question of what do I want to be when I grow up. The Strong Interest Inventory incorporates psychometrics into its assessments. Psychometrics is a psychological measurement of objective skills, knowledge, ability, attitudes, personal traits, and educational achievement. Through this, it verifies, validates, and interprets various themes and scales. One of the great advantages of the Strong is that it extrapolates from 12,000 plus occupational career fields through the ONET system. ONETonline.org is linked to the Strong Interest Inventory report, and by assessing it, you can directly align what key interests as well as career fields would be best suited for the participant. The Strong uses results for work adjustment versus career selection. It also addresses gender and cross-cultural issues, and it also provides for individual feedback or group interpretation of test results.